The most difficult thing is to be yourself when everyone in the world is trying to make you be someone else. I struggled with this challenge for a very long period of time, trying to be somebody else whom I was not. Each and every day, I was trying to put on a different personality to prove to the world about my temperament, to prove to the world about a temperament that was accepted in the society, a temperament or a personality that was not me. And I'm very sure this is a struggle that very many people go through inside. I remember when I was about 12 years of age, our pastor, our then pastor, introduced music and musical academy in our church. And this one targeted kids between the age of 8 to 18. After that announcement by the pastor, my mind immediately chose musical instrument, and specifically the piano. Every time I could go to church, I used to admire our pianist, and I used to think, uh, as far as performance, or as far as serving in church is concerned, that's the best I could do. Little did I know that my mom was also very keen on, and she was waiting anxiously uh, for such like announcements. And you know what? For her, she had a different opinion about whom I should be. I hated jobs that could involve a lot of teamwork, a lot of interaction, and a lot of speaking. And I remember when growing up, I used to love entrepreneurship. I used to do these small businesses. So my passion was in business, but not in things or in activities that could involve a lot of speaking, a lot of interaction, and so on and so forth. So, sorry. So, after high school, uh, I opened a business. I used to sell fuel, and I also had a barber shop. I remember this business was doing quite well. But you know what? After 6 months, I had to close that business and began teaching what we call UT. I became a UT, an untrained teacher. I became a UT, or an untrained teacher, or a PTA teacher, not because I loved it, but because of the noise that was around me. I remember somebody reminded me that you cannot go up to high school and come back only to become a barber, or only to start selling fuel around here. So according to them, if you wake up and you put on you dress officially and go to a serious institution like school, then you are on the right track. That was according to them. But deep down, I was never happy. I was just doing something, I was just doing it to please, or to stop the noise that was around me. So with the teaching, I was not doing it for myself. I was doing it for the society. I was doing it for my mom. I was doing it for my siblings. I remember one day as a teacher, uh, I was on duty. And you know, once you are on duty, you have to speak on parade, especially on Mondays and Fridays. Man, I was so nervous. I was so nervous. I could not stop from shaking. I even remember sweating on a chilly morning. It was so chilly, but I could not stop from sweating. I, after speaking on parade, I could not even remember even a single word that I said. I only remember saying that I need maximum cooperation. It was so embarrassing because actually I was not doing it from uh, as a passion. I was doing it because of opinion from the society. After that, I was so embarrassed and I hated myself. I had a lot of rhetorical questions going around my head, and I thought I had a problem. I thought I was quite different from everyone. After so many years of struggling to be somebody I am not, after so many years of struggling to please other people, to please the society, I came this book by Jane Grandman entitled The Secret Lives of Introverts. I became interested in the book. I started reading the book page by page, consuming every bit of it. And I felt relieved from the book because the book is like the book was written for me. It's like the book was targeting specifically Paul McCadu because each and every page, each and every paragraph was talking about my life. I felt relieved. I started feeling good about myself. I started getting answers to the question that I was asking myself. I started feeling better. I started understanding myself better. The book answered all my questions. This book answered all my questions. This book reminded me that I am not different, or I was not different. This book reminded me that I had no problem, or I have no problem. This book reminded me that I was not shy. I was not awkward. I was not um, like I was normal. And this book introduced me to a new word, which is introversion. This book told me that I was an introvert, or I am an introvert. I had to embrace this.